Welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Today from our science subject we will be continuing our lesson housing and clothing. Okay children, so yesterday we have learnt about natural fibers. No, when we were discussing about the cloths, how are cloths made, so we were learning about natural fibers. No, in this session we will be continuing with man-made fibers. Man-made fibers. Okay, what are fibers, children? What are fibers? They are the threads by which the cloth is made. Okay, and fibers manufactured by human beings are called man-made fibers. So how are these fibers manufactured? By human beings, by man. Okay, so we are making the fibers. They have not come from the nature. No, they are not from a plant, they are not from an animal. Okay, so we are manufacturing, we are making them. So that is why we call these fibers as man-made fibers. Clear, children? And man-made fibers are also called synthetic fibers. So man-made fibers, they are also called as synthetic fibers. So you are having two names here. One is man-made fibers. You can call these fibers as man-made fibers or synthetic fibers. Okay children? And examples of man-made fibers are polyester and nylon. Polyester and nylon. So these are some fibers which are man-made fibers. Okay, for example, here if you see leggings, like polyester leggings. Now here nylon rope. Now you see, to dry your clothes, to hang our clothes. No, so we use this rope. No, that is nothing but a nylon rope. Okay children, so this is polyester. This cloth is polyester. So you can make many type of dress materials with the polyester material, children. Okay, so what are the examples of man-made fibers? They are polyester and nylon. Okay, so here the types of clothes we wear depends on the weather. Yes, do you agree? Yes. So definitely the types of clothes, it depends on the weather. No, how we wear, what we wear, all depends on the weather. Okay, so and what is the weather again? What is the weather? It is the change of the atmosphere, like a day to day, from time to time. No, the change of the atmosphere. Okay children, so in hot or warm weather, people mostly wear light colored cotton clothes, especially in hot or warm weather. So when summer is about to come, so we will be very busy in shopping. No, why? To purchase cotton clothes, because these cotton clothes can tolerate the heat of the sun. Okay, so that is why in hot or warm weather, so we are going to wear light colored, and even in that also, even it is a cotton material, we prefer to wear light colors. Why? Because they are going to absorb the heat. No, we do not prefer the dark colors. So when the weather is hot, children, you have to wear light color, especially cotton materials. Clear? And cotton clothes absorb sweat and keep the body cool. So as I said, what happens? If you wear cotton clothes, it is going to absorb the sweat. No, normally we'll use handkerchiefs. And why we use handkerchiefs? Suppose to just swipe the sweat. No, so that handkerchief is also made of cotton cloth. No, why? Because it is cotton, it is going to be easy for us to swipe the sweat. We are going to use the handkerchiefs. No, or else if you wash your hands, to just wipe our hands, we use all cotton napkins. No, so especially cotton will absorb the water. So sweat here is nothing but the water. Okay, no, so this water is coming out from our body. So when you wear cotton clothes, this sweat is absorbed by the cotton cloth and it keeps our body cool. Okay, children. And light colored cloths absorb very little heat of the sun and keep the body cool. So along with that, so it is not only absorbing the sweat, children, it absorbs very little heat of the sun. It absorbs a little amount of heat and keeps the body cool. Clear, children? Because of that we feel very comfortable in summers. Clear, children? So that is why we have to prefer cotton clothes in summer. Okay. And in cold weather, people wear dark colored woolen clothes. See, in cold weather what happens again? It is completely opposite. No, so cold weather we feel very cold in winters especially. So people wear dark colored woolen clothes. See here in the picture, like sweaters, socks, no gloves, then all hats and all that, no scarves. So why? To get protected from the cold weather. No, to keep our body warm. And woolen clothes keep the body warm by not letting the body heat escape. So what happens? These woolen clothes, they keep the body warm. How do they do that? By not letting the body heat escape. So whatever the heat is produced from the body, it is not going to make that heat escape from the body. So that is why we feel warm. No, so definitely in cold weather, if you wear cotton clothes, you cannot tolerate the cold. So we have to keep our body warm. So we have to choose woolen clothes and especially dark colored clothes. Okay, and dark colored clothes absorb the sun's heat and keep the body warm. Okay, dark colored clothes, what happens? It absorbs the sun's heat. It absorbs the sun heat. Whereas cotton cloth also, it absorbs the sun heat, but it absorbs a very little sun's heat. But here dark color clothes, they absorb sun's heat much and they keep the body warm. Clear, children? And people living in a very cold and snowy places wear clothes made of fur. This is of, children, to keep themselves warm. So people living in very cold areas, suppose if you go Darjeeling, Shimla, Jammu, Kashmir, all these places are very cold. No, they will also have snow. So here in Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka, like South India, if you see, so we have also winters and we also have a cold weather, but it is not like a snowy weather. No, we do not have snow in our surroundings. But when you go to the north, to the north altitudes, that is like Jammu, Kashmir, Darjeeling and all these places, no, there is snow, very much snow. So to keep them warm, so what they do, they use fur clothes. They use fur clothes, in the sense the clothes which are made from the fur, okay, to keep themselves warm. Clear, children? Otherwise they cannot tolerate the cold conditions. Clear? So according to the weather, the type of clothes what we wear, it is going to differ. Clear, children? Now see here, what are you able to see here? Yes, the rainy season. What happens in rainy season? During rainy season, people wear clothes of waterproof materials which do not absorb water. No, I hope everybody you have this waterproof material, that is the raincoat. No, especially when you are starting to the school or you are going to come in the evening to home. If suddenly you have the rain, no, you cannot stop there only, no. So what you do? You'll just put your raincoat, you'll carry one umbrella and you'll just walk in the rain. No, why? That raincoat is a waterproof material. If you wear it, it is not going to absorb the water. No, so you will be fresh. You will be fresh inside the raincoat or under the umbrella. No, you are not going to get wet. Clear, children? So this happens in rainy season. So in this season, people are going to wear waterproof materials, okay? And these clothes also dry up quickly. So this raincoat and waterproof materials, they are going to dry up very quickly because they are very light in weight. No, like if you say woolen, if wool and cotton, these materials, they take time to dry. If they are wet, they take time to dry. But these waterproof materials, they'll dry very quickly because they are very light in weight. Okay, children. And we wear raincoats and carry umbrellas to protect ourselves from the rain. So as I said, we are going to wear the raincoats, and we also carry umbrellas to get protected from the rain. Okay. And raincoats and umbrellas are made up of rubber or plastic which is waterproof. So with what material are these raincoats and umbrellas are made? They are made up of rubber or plastic. So this you have to remember, rubber or plastic. And these materials are waterproof materials, children. Okay, clear? Yes. So this is how we are going to protect ourselves from the rainy weather, and we are going to wear waterproof materials. Clear, children? So now here is a word web where you are going to learn the meaning of fur. F-U-R, fur. So what is F-U-R, fur? The thick hair that grows on the bodies of many animals. The thick hair that grows on the bodies of many animals. So then this is from the animals. No, the fur is nothing but a thick hair which is from the bodies of the many animals. So then what type of fiber will it be, children? Either man-made or a natural fiber? This is nothing but a natural fiber, no? Because we are getting it from what? We are getting it from the animal. So this is a natural fiber again. Okay, clear? Now. Yes, now. So let us revise and recall by just giving one example of the following. So hope you have understood, the children. Now we'll do these exercises. Kacha house. Kacha house. So what is kacha house again? So you can take a hut. You can take a mud house. Okay. Then pakka house. Pakka house is a bungalow and also cottage. No. So cottage, C-O-T-T-A-G-E, that is. Okay. Cottage. So temporary house is nothing but tent. Okay. And then you have got a yurt, or even you have a caravan also. So plant fiber, the fiber which is obtained from plant, which we get from the plant. So for example, cotton, C-O-T-T-O-N, cotton, and also jute, J-U-T-E. Okay. Now another one is animal fiber. So wool, no, W-O-O-L, wool, and also silk. Okay. So man-made fiber, polyester. Man-made fiber is what, children? Which is made by the human beings. No. So this is nothing but nylon or polyester. Clear, children? Yes. Now here if you see, let's say together. So here we have got some words which are related with our lesson, like temporary houses, permanent houses, fresh air, courtyard, natural fibers, man-made fibers. Okay. And again, what are fibers here? Very fine threads used to make clothes. So what we have learnt? Fibers are nothing but very fine threads. Okay, to make clothes. Natural fibers are fibers that are obtained from plants and animals. The fibers which we get from plants and animals. Man-made or synthetic fibers. So both are same. Okay. So fibers that are made by the human beings. Okay children, so you have to learn all these keywords, then these new words. Okay, so then let us summarize. So let us just repeat like whatever we have learned from this lesson, housing and clothing, once again. So a house protects us from wind, heat, cold, rain, thieves and wild animals. Suppose if you get a question, how does a house protects us, or from what does the house protects us, then this will be your answer. A house protects us from wind, air, heat, cold, rain, thieves and wild animals. Okay, so we should keep our house neat, clean and free of germs. So how should we keep our house? How should we keep our house? Then we should keep our house neat, clean and free of germs. And clothes protect our body from the heat of the sun, rain, cold, dust and insects. Now the question will be, how does the clothes protect our body? How do clothes protect our body? Then answer will be like this. Clothes protect our body from the heat of the sun, rain, cold, dust and insects. Okay, so and then the fourth point is, cloth is made from fibers. Okay, cloth is made from fibers. So if the question is, so how is cloth made? Okay, and fibers can be natural fibers and man-made fibers. So how many types of fibers are there? There are two types of fibers. One is natural fibers, another one is man-made fibers. Okay. So what are the fibers that are obtained from plants? What are the fibers that are obtained from plants? So the fibers obtained from plants such as cotton and jute are called plant fibers. Okay. And what are animal fibers? The fibers obtained from animals such as sheep and silkworm are called animal fibers. Okay, sheep and silkworm are called animal fibers. So here in the fill in the blanks, so I have given you wool. No, wool is nothing but the sheep. Okay, so the like what are man-made fibers? Seventh point here. The fibers that are made by human beings are called man-made fibers. Clear children? So children, here we are having fill in the blanks using the correct words. So let us do this exercise. A good house should get plenty of fresh air and dash. First blank is a good house. How should it be? It should get plenty of fresh air and sunlight or water. Sunlight or water. And the answer is sunlight. Okay. So a good house must have fresh air and sunlight. The second blank is, all the objects in the house should be kept at dash places. All the objects, in this is all the things in the house, must be kept at dash places. Options are any or proper. So can we keep any object here and there wherever we wish? No, we have to keep them in a proper way, proper places. Okay, so proper is the correct answer. And the third blank, natural fibers are obtained from plants and dash. Natural fibers. Okay, how are they obtained? From plants and either animals or insects. Answer is animals. Okay children. And the fourth blank, the fiber obtained from dash is an animal fiber. The fiber which is obtained from dash, either jute or sheep, is an animal fiber. Which is an animal fiber? Answer is sheep. Okay children. Woolen clothes protect our body from dash and keep us warm. Woolen clothes, when do we wear? We wear them in winters, in cold weather conditions. No. So they protect our body from what? From dash and keep us warm. They protect us from cold and keep us warm. Clear children? Yes, now Here we are having match the following. B exercise. You have to match column A with column B. Okay. So let us start. A, cotton. So cotton is what? Where do we use from these options? Cotton, silk, raincoat, shirt during rains or sheep. And cotton matches with the third option, that is shirt. Cotton, shirt. B, wool. We get from the sheep. Umbrella. We use during rains. Okay, rubber is used to make raincoat. Cocoons. We are getting silk. No, from cocoons. So this is how you are going to match. Clear, children? Yes, now. Now again you have another exercise here. See, that is circle the odd one in each group. You have to round off the odd one. So for in every options you have got in every question you have got 3 options. So you have to circle one from the 3, okay, which is different from the other 2. Let us start then. Here in the first question it is cotton, wool and jute. Cotton, wool and jute. So which will be the odd one, children? Wool. Why? Because cotton and jute are plant fibers. No, wool is animal fiber. So that is why wool is the odd one. Then second question it is silk, raincoat and umbrella. Odd one is silk. Why? Because raincoat and umbrellas are like waterproof materials. No, not only waterproof materials, they are also some objects which we are going to use in rainy season. Okay, but silk is a cloth. No, it is a cloth which is obtained from the animal fiber. Clear, children? Yes. Now the third one, sweater, woolen gloves and cotton shirt. So odd one is cotton shirt. Why? Because sweater and woolen gloves we are going to use them in the cold weather. No, in winters. Whereas cotton shirt is in summer. Clear? Yes, now. Now the fourth one, silkworm, cocoon and bamboo. Whereas bamboo is the odd one. No, bamboo is a plant. Whereas silkworm and cocoon, they are related to the fiber. No, fibers. No, threads. So bamboo is the odd one. Clear, children? Yes, now. So here again you have got one more exercise where you have to give 2 examples for each of the following. Okay. So you have to give 2 examples. Then the first one is permanent house. Permanent house. I am not writing here. I am just telling you the answers. What are 2 examples? Like it is bungalow or apartment or a cottage. Okay. Now natural fiber is what, children? Like jute, wool and all. Now things made of jute, you can make bags and you can also make mats, MAT mats. This is bags and other one is mats, okay, from jute. Things made of silk. So you can make saris or you can also have shirts where you will wear silk shirts and saris for traditional functions. No? So this is how you can give examples for the things. Clear, children? Hope you have understood. Yes, now here you have got a project. We are giving you a project. It is very easy for you to make it at home. And for this what you need is, see, popsicle sticks and glue. And what you are going to make? You are going to make the model of a hut using popsicle sticks. Okay. So here set 10 popsicle sticks side by side and stick them by applying glue. the back wall of the hut is ready. In the same way, make the side walls. Glue along sides of both the corners and let it to dry. See, are you able to understand? So first you have to take this popsicle sticks and then you have to join them together. No, then what will happen? You are able to get the wall, the back wall of the hut here, the back wall of the hut. Clear, children? Now, so in the same way, make the side walls also. So side walls again. Then stick the sides of both the corners with the help of this glue. Okay, you have to stick them. Have you seen here? So they have sticked everything. So 1 is to each. Okay, so to make the front side of the hut, what you have to do? Set only 7 popsicle sticks and leave the rest open for the entrance of the hut. Okay, you have to stick only 7 sticks and leave some open space for the entrance of the hut. Similarly, make 2 sets of walls for the roof. So same like that. So this is the where you are only able to see only one part, children. So here you have to make another 2 sets of walls, for the roof. So this is the roof. Okay, so you can also color the sticks. So here our kacha house, what is it? Hut is ready. Okay, so if you make any such type of works, no, if you do such type of projects, you can just take a photo of it and then display or upload in our chat options, children. Okay, if you make any activity, you can upload in our AIMS chat option. Clear? Okay. So hope you have understood the lesson, children. So we will be continuing in tomorrow's session. So until then, take care and goodbye. Please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for further information regarding online classes, quizzes, live worksheets, DIY activities, English classes and coding. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.